problems Booktag. Series of questions all about the problems of readers stuff. So I'm just going to dive right in and start answering the questions. So the first one is, you have 20,000 books on your to be read pile. How do you decide what to read next? And this one's fairly easy. I don't have a to be read pile. I don't set myself that kind of goal. I just pick up whatever I'm in the mood for at that chosen time. So I don't have to worry about that. I know a lot of people have to stress about that, but I don't have to, because like I said, whatever I'm in the mood for I will pick up and I will just read that. Question 2. You're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? I'd quit. If I don't like a book, even if I'm 10 pages in, 20 pages, 50, 100, if I'm not into it, I will give up and I will not continue to read it. I've done that with a couple of books and I'm so glad I did, because there's so many books that I want to read that I know I will probably really enjoy. So to me, I don't want to waste my time on reading something that I'm not enjoying. What's the point reading this for enjoyment? So if I'm not enjoying it, I'm not going to push through it. I'm not going to waste my time. I did that with Illuminae. I pushed through it and I regretted that because I really did not like that book. So from now on, I won't be doing that. If I don't like it, I quit. Question 3. The end of the year is coming and you're so close but so far away from your Goodreads challenge. Do you try to catch up, and how? If I'm, say, like 5 books off, then I'll push to catch up with that. And I've said before, I like graphic novels for this kind of thing. They're perfect, they're fast to read, you can get through. By the time it takes me to read 1 or 2 books, I could probably read like 10 graphic novels, so that would push me through. Or short story collections are really good for that. If I was about 20 or 30 off, then I wouldn't push, I'd just read what I was reading and enjoy what I'm reading. But yeah, if I was only a few off, then I would push with graphic novels to meet my goal. Question number 4. The covers of the series that you love do not match. How do you cope? Cover changes don't really bother me too much, even if there's like a trilogy and 2 books or 1 cover and the last one's a different cover. That doesn't bother me too much. What does bother me is I organise my bookshelves. All the series are together on my bookshelf, but I like to organise them by thickness and height. So if there's books in series where the height doesn't match, that drives me absolutely crazy. I'd much rather there be a couple of different covers. If all the books are the same size, I had to repurchase the Mortal Instruments series. So all of the books are exactly the same height because the last 2 were massive and really tall. So cover changes don't bother me at all. I prefer all my books to be the same height. That's where my book OCD comes in, with the height of my books. Okay, question number 5 is, everyone and their mother loves a book you really don't like. Who do you bond with over shared feelings? Nobody, really. I don't really have anyone to bond with over my shared feelings, because obviously I've read books that people love, but I don't like them, and vice versa. I really like them, people don't. I talk about them to my friends on Facebook in these book groups that I'm in, but if I don't like a book, I don't like a book. I'm not really bothered, to be honest. I don't know, I talk to my boyfriend about books. He doesn't read, but he always listens to me when I'm rambling on about all these books and all these characters that I don't like. And if we watch the movies and the movie adaptations and the TV shows, and he knows why I don't like them, then I'll talk to him about it. But I'm not really bothered, to be honest. If I don't like a book, I don't like a book. Question number 6. You're reading a book and you're about to start crying in public. How do you deal with it? I'll just cry. If I'm not engrossed in a book, I'm not aware of what's going on around me or who's around me anyway. If I was to start crying while I was reading, I would just let it happen. I would cry. I'm not holding the tears because that would make me feel even worse. If anybody asked me what was the matter, I would just tell them that I was reading and I've got to a sad part or an emotional part, and that's why I was crying. It really wouldn't bother me because, like I said, I'm in my own little world. So what anybody else thinks while I'm in that world, if I'm crying, I'm not too bothered about. I would just cry. Question 7. A sequel of a book you loved just came out, but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Do you reread, skip the sequel, or try to find a synopsis on Goodreads? Now for me, there's only the rare occasion that I read a book and have to wait for a sequel. Normally I read things later than everybody else, so by that point, if not all, but the majority of the books that are in a series are out, so I don't have to wait too long to read the next one. I bought all Mortal Instruments all together and read one after the other marathon, the whole 6 books of that series, the same with the Hunger Games and Twilight and all that kind of thing, so that's never really a problem for me. Apart from this time, I'm having to wait for the sequel to Daughter of the Pirate King, and it's killing me having to wait, but I think my boyfriend might be getting me that for my birthday, so fingers crossed I won't have to wait too long to read that one. Number 8. You do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell them no when they ask? I have lent out my books to a couple of people and they've come back pretty quick. There's been no damage to them, nothing wrong with them. They've come back as they went out, so that doesn't bother me too much. I think now I'll be more selective as to who I'd lend my books out to, but people I have lent them to, they've come back perfectly fine. So if it was someone I really didn't trust in any other aspect, then I wouldn't lend them my books, but I don't mind because I've had no problems until now. If I ever lend them out again, knowing my luck, they'll come back damaged, but I don't have a problem with that one. Number 9, reading ADD. You've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? Whenever I'm in a reading slump, I don't force myself to read. I will play a video game for a couple of days, or I'll watch a couple of funny movies, or binge watch a TV show, or listen to some music, or do anything else apart from reading. I will not force myself to read because that's the worst thing. I've been in that situation before when I picked up 2 or 3 books and I had to put them down, which isn't fair. I think it's the time, because if I wait a few months and then try again, I generally do tend to really enjoy the book that I've been putting down. So I'll do anything else except read. I think that's the worst thing I could try to do. I'm not going to force myself to because I'm just not going to enjoy it. So, question 10. There are so many new books coming out that you're dying to read. How many do you buy? It depends. If there's like 2 or 3 that are coming out, I'll probably buy all of them, like the 3 books. If there's more than 5, I'll wait. I'll prioritise the ones I want to read the most. I'll buy like 2 or 3 of them first. Wait till I've read them and read a few more that I already own, and then probably buy another 2 or 3 and read them. But like I said, a couple I'll buy both at once, but any more than like 3 or 4 I would wait and split the time, take my time with them and buy them and then read them. Otherwise there's just too many all at once and I get really, really stressed. That's never a good thing. So the last one, question 11. After you've bought the new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit on your shelf before you get to them? And again, that depends on what kind of book it is. If it's a sequel to a book I really loved, then I will probably read that straight away. But if it's like the first one in the series or standalone, I don't know, it varies. I've been known to like buy a book and read it like the next day. Or again, like a lot of people, I've bought a book and it's been months and months before I've actually got to it, or maybe even years. It depends on the book. Like, so if it's a long awaited sequel, then I'll read it straight away. Or a book that I've heard loads about that I really know I'm going to love, then I'll probably read it within a few days. But then, like, these ones here are new and I haven't read any of these yet. But I will be getting to them soon. I bought this a couple of months ago. But it honestly just depends on what book it is and how long I've been waiting to read it. So that's all the questions answered for this tag. I really enjoyed this tag. I've seen this again on Booktube and it's one of the ones I was most excited to try out. It seems the most fun. Elaborate a little bit more on reading tastes and things like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up. Give me some comments and have a chat, and please subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you very, very soon with another one.